welcome back to Kendra's Vintage Kitchen. Today I'll be making a World War I recipe, and I found this recipe off of pbs.org. So according to the article, I found the Great War changed America's role in the world. At home, it also changed how Americans ate. When Wilson declared war in 1917, the cookbook industry, as well as the local clubs and newspapers, immediately fell in line. Wartime editions were rushed into print. Herbert Hoover's new Food Administration, meanwhile, issued guidelines and announced themed days of the week. Mondays were meatless. Wednesdays were wheatless. Certain foods like sugar, wheat, meats, and fats were urgently needed for the front and for Allied civilian populations. It became evident that food was going to be a weapon in the war, says Helen Veit, an interviewee in the Great War and a leading food historian. Herbert Hoover immediately worked to get Americans to think that saving food and conserving food was the most important thing that they could do as individuals. So today I'll be making one of the wheatless recipes, and it is called potato waffles. Let's get to it. All right, so the first part of this recipe says to mix potatoes, milk, and well-beaten egg yolks. So this recipe called for 1 cup of cold mashed potatoes, 1 cup of milk, and 2 egg yolks. So I've got my mashed potatoes here. My milk. And then my 2 egg yolks that I've beaten. All right, so it asked for 1/4 cup of sugar, 1/2 cup of rye flour, 1 teaspoon of salt, and 2 teaspoons of baking powder. So add our salt, sugar, baking powder, and flour. All right, now it says to add melted fat, which I'm going to use butter. And it called for 1 teaspoon of melted fat. All right, now it says to fold in the stiffly beaten egg whites. And it called for 2 egg whites. So here is my beaten egg whites that I'm gonna be adding. All right, now it says to evenly grease the waffle iron and fill the iron 2/3 full each time. Cook until brown and serve with maple or cacao syrup. Got a plate for the waffles. And here's our waffle iron. Alright, now we got our waffle iron. Open it up. And I'm gonna grease it so the waffle doesn't stick. Alright, let's add some of the batter. And now we wait. All right, so our first one is ready. And I should have gotten this work. They're really soft waffles, so it's kind of falling apart here as I take it out of here.
Go.
All right, here's our second one. All right, and this will be the last one. All right, and this is our last waffle. All right, so I've got my little section of a waffle I plan on trying here. So let's see how it is. I just added some butter since I am out of maple syrup. Well, that's kind of interesting. Yeah, it tastes exactly what it says it is. I mean, a potato waffle. I mean, it's like sweet, and then it also has, you know, like the flavor of potato, which isn't bad at all. I don't know, I might actually make that again. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, I will plan on putting this recipe with the article I found in the link in the description below. And I hope you enjoyed everything that I showed you today. Thank you, and please like and subscribe.